Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well today. In this video, we're going to be covering the Terra network, and I'll show you guys how to create a yield producing index composed of stocks, commodities, and cryptos. And on top of that, I'll show you guys how to get paid to take out a loan. Now, if you want to hear these strategies ahead of me releasing a video, or maybe you just wanted to talk through them with like-minded individuals, in either case, I would highly recommend that you guys join my Discord channel. It's a great forum for you guys to learn through dialogue and also network with fellow DeFi degens. But if you're not into Discord, at the very least, make sure you give me a follow on Twitter. This way you can stay up to date with the latest DeFi news and farms. Both the links to my Discord channel and my Twitter profile can be found in the description below. With the intro out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into this video. Alright, to get started, the first thing you're going to want to do is come over here to Anchor Protocol. Now, when it comes to setting up a wallet, trading assets, and just general knowledge on the Terra network, I've done video reviews in the past. I'll make sure to link them down in the description below. So before watching this video, you may want to brush up on Anchor Protocol, the MIR protocol, and just the Terra network in general. But assuming that you guys have either watched those videos or you guys are familiar with the Terra network, let's discuss what happened when we had that deep retracement in the market. So beginning May 19th, when the price of Luna token started to crater, obviously the total collateral value of the B Luna went down significantly, causing a cascade of liquidations. It didn't affect the total deposit amount much because many of these people took a more conservative approach, but the individuals that decided to borrow funds, well, since they got liquidated, the total borrow amount basically got cut in half. One effect that it had was the net APR for borrowing money. We saw a significant jump. It had gotten down into the double digits. Now it's sitting at a whopping 194%. The way this works is that you basically bond your Luna, use it as collateral, and you're able to borrow against it with the LTV between 35 to 50%. So if you use $100,000 as collateral, you can borrow up to $50,000. And on that $50,000, you'll be earning an APR of 195%. The cost to take that loan out is 16%. And you can basically negate this APR that they're charging by taking your UST and depositing it here to earn an APY of almost 18%. And just to demonstrate how much you're going to be earning on a daily basis, if you were to borrow $50,000 against your collateral and you were getting an APR of roughly 200%, you'd be making $273 a day. But they're not going to be paying you in UST, they're going to be paying you in the ANC token. Obviously, there's a risk associated with this strategy. If, let's say, your collateral value falls too much too fast, there's a chance that you might be liquidated. But in my mind, getting liquidated isn't the worst thing in the world. Assuming that you still have the UST that you borrowed, you could always buy back that collateral that you lost at a cheaper price. And in my judgment, based on my assessment of the market, I think we're likely to go a lot higher than we are today. I think we've essentially bottomed out. And because of that, I've decided to deploy some of the cash that I had on the sideline. And I thought this was a really good way to put it to productive use and also earn a yield at the same time, because I am very bullish on Luna, since it collateralizes all the UST that's minted. As the Terra network grows and the demand for UST grows, Luna will have to get bought up and burned. So if you believe the Terra network is going to grow, in my view, buying Luna is a no-brainer. And this strategy gives you exposure to the upside of Luna. And what I did, I didn't borrow 50%, I borrowed 35% of my collateral value, which means that I'm getting approximately a 70% APR on my borrowed funds. So if I wanted to, I could just stop right there, take the money, I can go ahead and deposit here, so that way it negates this borrow APR, and take the entire yield I earn ANC to either buy more Luna or maybe just keep some ANC to add more diversity to my portfolio. And by the way, when it comes to trading my Terra assets, I like to use TerraSwap because, for one, they have this option where you can go ahead and convert your Luna to B Luna, which then can be used on the Anchor protocol as collateral. And moreover, all the UST that you borrow, you can easily go ahead and convert that to any asset supported by the Terra network. And so after you claim your ANC, you could actually bring it here and go ahead and sell it for UST. And once you get your UST, you can then go ahead and convert it into any other Terra network asset. Now in this next segment of the video, I'm going to show you guys how to create a yield producing index. On MIR at the moment, you can earn yield by providing liquidity into any one of these pools. And you can see here that they support a lot of popular stocks, and they also support commodities like gold and silver. And recently they added ETH and BTC. These are all synthetic assets on the MIR protocol. The price might diverge from the underlying asset if the demand goes up too high, but most of the time the price is pretty closely pegged to the underlying asset. So once you borrow that UST from Anchor protocol, you can go ahead and convert it into any one of these assets and provide liquidity into these pools. And in most cases, the yield that you're going to be getting is anywhere between 40 and 90%. Now, this strategy gives you 4 benefits. Number 1, you get to add diversity to your portfolio and potentially buy assets that are A-correlated from cryptos. Secondly, you're getting exposure to assets that could potentially go up in value. Thirdly, you're forced to pair it with UST, which prevents you from getting carried away and hedges against any downside action. And fourthly, you're earning a yield on these assets. Now, aside from those 4 benefits, don't forget the big picture here. Just to bring everything together, let's go ahead and summarize what we just did. To begin with BLUNA, we're getting exposure to the Luna token. So if you're bullish on the Terra network, this is great for you. And since you're borrowing against BLUNA and earning 194%, with the LTV of 35%, you're basically getting a yield of 70% on your BLUNA. So while you wait for Luna to moon up, you get to earn a fat, juicy yield. And don't forget, as the price of BLUNA goes up, you can actually borrow more and more money. And then you take that borrowed money, which you're earning a yield on, and you go ahead and diversify it into a basket of stocks, cryptos, and commodities. And unlike the yield that's paid out to you on the Anchor protocol in the ANC token, here on MIR protocol, the yield is distributed in the MIR token, which adds a further diversity to your overall portfolio. Now, one of the biggest flaws in this strategy is obviously that the price of Luna could go down, but assuming that my forecast is accurate and the price of Luna goes up, this could be potentially a one hell of an opportunity for us. Now, to end the video, I'm going to show you guys one more way you guys can take this strategy to the next level. Ramp DeFi, which I recently did a video review on, supports mcoin/UST here on BSC, which means that you'll have to send over these 2 assets via the Terra bridge in order to utilize this service. And the advantage of depositing your LP here versus the MIR protocol is that the yield here will auto compound. The yield here on the MIR protocol will get distributed in the MIR token, which then you would have to manually sell for mcoin and UST and redeposit. Here on Ramp DeFi, the process is automated, so the yield will continue to auto compound as long as it's deposited here in Ramp DeFi. And the added benefit is that you can actually borrow against this auto compounding position. So while it continues to auto compound, I can borrow more money against this LP position. They only let you borrow in their native stablecoin called RUSD, which you can then take, convert half to BUSD, and deposit it here and earn a yield of 37%, which is paid out in the Ramp token. And of course, you could basically do anything with that RUSD on BSC. You can go ahead and convert it all into cake and let it auto compound here. Or you can redeposit into one of these pools, or maybe just take it to a different protocol altogether. But nonetheless, it's another way for you to extract maximum value from these DeFi protocols. Again, there's always risk to using these DeFi protocols. I mean, the entire industry is basically in beta, but I've seen people use a small percentage of their portfolio, around 5 to 10%, and they're making in excess of $1,000 a day. I mean, don't expect it to happen overnight, but if you put some time and effort in, you let some of these assets appreciate over time, I'm confident that anybody can make this happen for them. Now, it did move pretty fast in this video. If you're a little lost and you needed further guidance, my Discord channel is completely free. It's a good place to start. But if you're interested in investing in yourself, this way you can get a better understanding of the landscape and also expedite your learning, then you'll definitely want to check out my Patreon, because if you join one of the higher tiers, I do offer one-on-one coaching. This way you can get up in farming relatively fast. If you feel like you would benefit from the service at all, make sure you guys go ahead and click my Patreon link in the description below to access my Patreon page. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is CryptoOneStop signing out.